This is Dr. Elliot Reelstein, and I have a PhD in computer science, environmental science, and most importantly, a PhD in straight. Polygamy. It should be legal. And yes, I am serious. And no, I am not an imperious rapist or sex slave advocate. Putting aside these stereotypes and oppressive imagery that automatically come to mind when the word polygamy is uttered, when actually assessing the facts in a blunt manner, it is not such a far-fetched idea and would have actual practical value if implemented. First and foremost, let's just be clear. We as a society do accept polygamy. However, we just do not place the innocuous forms of polygamy under the polygamy rubric. In fact, many prominent individuals lived polygamous lifestyles and were not castigated or even given a second look. When people think of polygamy, they think of convents, cults, and sex dungeons in which a master or leader forces multiple young women to marry and procreate with him under forced or coerced circumstances. And this is a criminal act and should be treated as such. However, with voluntary polygamy, we should accept it and in some cases embrace it. So for those who say polygamy would not be accepted in a social sense is a liar, and it is a straw man, as it has proven to be accepted if enacted by consenting adults. Now, beyond social stigma, pragmatically, if enacted, polygamy could indeed be a net positive endeavor for society. In many nations all over the world, women outnumber men. In a case such as Russia, it is estimated that there are less than 87 males per 100 females. This means on sheer mathematics alone, many will never get an opportunity to marry, even if they wanted to. This is a truly injurious situation for women especially because those who have aspirations of a husband and moreover a family only have a short window in which their bodies will allow this. And if there are not enough men in the population to marry and mate with, they will be made to miss out on an entire stage of their lives that they desired through no fault of their own. What exacerbates this problem further is the rise in hookup and consent culture, which has caused many eligible young men to either be addicted to the instant gratification of cell phone dating or conversely to be too reticent to approach women in fear of being negatively branded socially due to misinterpretation. And do not forget the growing MGTOW movement, which seems to have gained some steam in recent years. These developments have drained precious resources from an already sparse male dating pool. For those who do not know, women have been growing more self-reportedly unhappy with each passing decade since the Second World War. Much of this trend is due to the declining marriage and reproduction rates amongst young ladies. Now, some of these are self-inflicted wounds by many women due to a tunnel vision-like focus and approach during their 20s on career and not personal aspirations. However, for others, they simply lost out due to population luck of the draw and changing male attitudes. Accepted and legalized polygamy is not only a way to possibly place some of these millions of lost women into marriages and families, but it could be the stimuli which can finally reverse course on the falling happiness of women all over the world. If you strip away the stigma, which isn't as all-encompassing as it seems on the surface, and understand the sex ratio crisis many countries find themselves in, and you will come to understand that polygamy is indeed a very pragmatic solution to these problems. It may seem like a far-fetched concept right now, but remember, gay marriage now is the law of the land. But less than 10 years ago, this notion seemed completely repugnant to the masses and well beyond the scope of legitimate society. And also, it wouldn't just be women who would be happier. Oh no, think of all the much, much happier men there would be. Yes, sir.